Today we're going to talk about the slope of a line. Slope is, you have to think of it as in terms of a roller coaster. If I was coming across on a roller coaster and I got to this line, I would be going uphill. So with that slope would be considered a positive slope. If we were going downhill, when I got to this line, the slope would be considered negative. So number 3, would this slope be positive or negative?
Positive. Negative.
Negative, because we're going from left to right. It's going downhill, so the slope would be negative. Number 4, would the slope be going, once again, if I go from left to right, I got to this hill, I have to go up. That would be a positive. Number 5 would be negative. Okay, if it's going completely horizontal, the slope is 0. That's when you're stopped and you're not moving. When you look at a graph, slope is also defined as the rise over the run. So now we can look at this picture and we can say, if I had to make a stair step from A to B, the rise is how much it's going up and down on the stair. And you count the spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my rise would be 6 steps. Your run is going to be how much it has to go over. 1, 2, 3. Turns out my run goes over 3 steps. But technically, this line was going downhill. Since the line was going downhill, we know all of the slope is negative. So negative 6 over is negative 2. You can also figure out slope using the equation m equals y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. It is your choice whether or not you choose point A as your first coordinates or choose point B as your first coordinates. It doesn't matter. It would solve the same way. Looking at A on your graph, what is the coordinates of A?
It's negative
2
and 2.
Positive
2. Positive 3. What?
The coordinates of B would be over 1, down 3. So positive 1, negative 3. We're now going to put that into the equation.
Wait,
So when we do y2, y's are always the second coordinates. So this is my first coordinate that I wrote down, so I'm going to call him y1. And this was the second coordinate I wrote down, so I'm going to call him y2. Above your y, put parentheses. y2 is equal to negative 3. Bring over the negative 1. The y1 is positive 3. Then we look at the x-coordinates. Turns out that the x's are the first coordinates. So this is going to be my x1. This one's going to be my x2. x2 is equal to 1. x1 is equal to negative 2. Make sure you bring down the negative in between it. Then, negative 3 minus a 3 is left 3, left 3, which in the end is left 6. It is the same thing we got when we did the rise. Then we do the the x-coordinates. 1 minus a negative is 1 plus 2, which is 3. Once again, negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2.